Have you ever pondered what it truly means to live a fulfilling life after reaching the age of 70? In this video, I will share with you 11 transformative things I let go of to fill my journey with peace, joy, and renewed purpose. Whether you're approaching this milestone or already embracing it, these insights can help you redefine your life, shed what no longer serves you, and focus on what truly matters. Stay with me until the end to discover practical steps that can inspire your transformation and guide you toward a more meaningful and joyful chapter of life. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 2. If you don't, please comment 7 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin with the 11 things I let go of after turning 70. Turning 70 was more than just another birthday. It was a profound turning point in my life, a milestone that beckoned me to reflect deeply on my journey and what truly mattered moving forward. As I crossed into this new chapter, I realized life wasn't simply about aging. It was about a beautiful transformation. It was a time to release old patterns, habits, and mindsets that no longer served me. Things I clung to for far too long. In letting go, I found something truly invaluable: peace, joy, and a deep, unshakable sense of purpose. This wasn't an easy process. I had spent decades believing certain things were essential to my identity. But as I embraced this new phase of life, I realized how much baggage I had been carrying. Necessary weight that clouded my happiness and limited my freedom. So, I made the conscious decision to let go, to release what was holding me back from the life I always dreamed of, but was too afraid to claim. And the results, they were nothing short of miraculous. My heart felt lighter, my days brighter, and my purpose clearer than ever before. Letting go wasn't about giving up or resigning myself to old age. It was about shedding the layers that prevented me from fully living. I no longer wanted to be tethered by outdated beliefs. The fear of judgment, or the constant pressure to live up to others' expectations. I learned that true freedom comes when we stop clinging to the past and open ourselves to the boundless possibilities the future holds, no matter our age. For me, reaching 70 was a gateway to rediscovering the essence of who I am, a person deserving of joy, tranquility, and fulfillment. It was about choosing what mattered and finally letting go of everything that didn't. What I found in return was the extraordinary gift of living authentically, with more gratitude and purpose than I ever thought possible. This journey of letting go wasn't just an act of decluttering my life. It was a powerful reclaiming of my spirit. It allowed me to embrace the richness of every single day. Free from the burdens that had weighed me down, I let go, and in doing so, I unlocked a life filled with more peace, more joy, and more love than I had ever imagined. 1. Letting go of working just to stay busy. In my younger years, I was caught in an endless cycle of busyness, always striving to climb higher, achieve more, and secure my place in the world. I believed that working non-stop juggling projects and being constantly on the move was the key to success. It felt like if I wasn't busy, I was falling behind. The corporate grind became my norm, and I measured my worth by how much I accomplished. But as I reached 70, something inside me shifted. I began to see that all the hustle, all the late nights, and endless tasks drained me of my energy, my joy, and my connection to the things that truly mattered. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The truth hit me hard. I wasn't living. I'd been working out of habit, not passion or purpose, and that realization changed everything. I began to ask myself, why am I doing this? What is the real reason behind my constant busyness? If a project or task didn't align with my core values or bring me closer to my personal goals, I permitted myself to step back. It was such a liberating feeling, like shedding a weight I didn't realize I had been carrying for decades. Letting go of the need to always be busy allowed me to rediscover the joy of living in the present. I no longer equate busyness with success. Instead, I found that true wealth lies in the time I spend with the people I love, in pursuing hobbies that bring me real happiness, and in those quiet moments of reflection and rest that are often overlooked. Every day feels more intentional now, more grounded in what matters to me. Have you ever felt like you're just working out of habit, always chasing the next thing without even knowing why? What would it feel like to step back, to let go of that constant urge to be productive? Imagine a life where the only things you work on are those that bring you joy or serve a higher purpose. Would you feel more fulfilled? For me, the answer was a resounding yes. By letting go of unnecessary busyness. By letting go of unnecessary busyness, I've opened the door to a more balanced, peaceful, and purposeful life. A life where I finally feel free. I love it. It's a daily reminder that I deserve the same care, kindness, and attention that I so freely offer to others. Self-care isn't a luxury. It's a necessity, and by embracing it, I found a deeper sense of peace, balance, and joy in my life. 2. Releasing the need for perfection. For much of my life, I was caught in the relentless pursuit of perfection. I believed that if I could just get everything right, I would finally be happy and at peace. But as I grew older, I realized that this quest for perfection was not only unattainable, but also a source of constant stress and dissatisfaction. It was a burden that weighed heavily on my shoulders, preventing me from truly enjoying life. Reaching 70 taught me a valuable lesson. Perfection is an illusion. Life is beautifully imperfect, and that's what makes it so rich and rewarding. By letting go of the need to be perfect, I found a newfound freedom. I began to appreciate the beauty in the flaws and the lessons in the mistakes. This shift in perspective allowed me to live more authentically and with greater joy. Have you ever felt trapped by the pressure to be perfect? What would it feel like to embrace your imperfections and see them as part of your unique journey? Imagine the relief of letting go of unrealistic expectations and simply being yourself. For me, this change has been liberating. It has allowed me to focus on what truly matters. Living a life filled with love, laughter, and learning. 3. Embracing simplicity. In a world that often values more possessions, more achievements, more everything, I discovered the profound peace that comes with simplicity. As I entered my 70s, I realized that the clutter in my life was not just physical, but also mental and emotional. I was holding on to things, ideas, and even relationships that no longer served me. By simplifying my life, I created space for what truly matters. I let go of the excess and focused on the essentials. Meaningful relationships, fulfilling activities, and moments of quiet reflection. This shift brought a sense of clarity and calm that I had been missing. Have you ever considered simplifying your life? What might you gain by letting go of the unnecessary and focusing on what truly brings you joy? Imagine the peace that could come from living with less but experiencing more. For me, embracing simplicity has been a journey toward greater contentment and fulfillment. 4. Prioritizing health and well-being. As I aged, I came to understand that my health is my most valuable asset. In my younger years, I often took it for granted, pushing my body to its limits and neglecting my well-being. But turning 70 was a wake-up call. I realized that to enjoy the years ahead, I needed to prioritize my health. I began to listen to my body, nourishing it with wholesome foods, regular exercise, and plenty of rest. I also paid attention to my mental and emotional health, practicing mindfulness and gratitude. This holistic approach to well-being transformed my life, giving me the energy and vitality to pursue my passions and enjoy my days to the fullest. Are you taking care of your health? What small changes could you make to improve your well-being? Imagine the difference it could make in your life if you prioritized your health and happiness. For me, this commitment to well-being has been life-changing, allowing me to live with more energy, joy, and purpose. If you enjoyed this content, please like and comment with the number 2 if you loved it, or drop a heart and comment with the number 2 if you loved it, or drop a heart and comment with the number 7. If you think we can do better in future videos, thank you. And don't forget to subscribe to After 7080 to catch more videos filled with valuable insights. 5. Saying no to overcommitment. For most of my life, I was the person who said yes to everything. Whether it was attending social events, volunteering, or helping friends and family with tasks, I was always eager to be there for everyone and didn't want to disappoint anyone. So, I filled my days to the brim, constantly running from one commitment to the next. But the cost was steep. My peace and well-being were often sacrificed. I had no time to breathe, no time to rest, and no time to rest, and no time for myself. I was exhausted, both physically and emotionally, and I began to realize that always saying yes wasn't making me happy. It was draining me. As I've grown older, I've come to understand that saying no is one of the most empowering things I can do for myself. It's not about being selfish. It's about being mindful of my time, my energy, and my well-being. Now I'm selective about what I commit to. I ask myself, does this align with my values? Does it bring me joy? If the answer is no, then I don't hesitate to turn down the invitation, the request, or even the person who may be draining my energy. And let me tell you, it's been one of the most liberating changes I've ever made. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. By saying no to the things that don't serve me, I've opened up space in my life for what truly matters. I no longer feel the pressure to please everyone, and instead, I focus on the commitments that bring me genuine happiness and fulfillment. There's a quiet power in choosing what to say yes to, and in protecting your time and energy. I've found more balance, more peace, and more time to nurture the relationships and activities that bring meaning to my life. Do you ever struggle with saying no? Do you find yourself overcommitting even when it leaves you feeling drained? Imagine how free it would be to choose only the commitments that truly serve you. What one thing have you agreed to that's sapping your energy? How would it feel to say no the next time an unwanted request comes your way? For me, learning to say no has been a game changer. It's given me the gift of time. Time to rest, to reflect, and to focus on what's truly important. By letting go of the need to overcommit, I've reclaimed my energy, and in doing so, found more joy and fulfillment in the commitments I choose. Saying no is not a rejection of others. It's an affirmation of yourself. 6. Ending unhealthy relationships. Relationships are at the heart of our lives, shaping who we are and how we experience the world. But not all relationships are created equal. For years, I clung to connections with people who didn't respect me or brought negativity into my life out of a sense of duty or obligation. Whether it was friends, colleagues, or even family members, I felt compelled to maintain these relationships, even though they left me feeling drained, anxious, and emotionally exhausted. Deep down, I knew these relationships weren't serving me, but I couldn't let go. I didn't want to disappoint anyone, and I feared being alone. But when I turned 70, something inside me shifted. I had a wake-up call, a realization that life is far too short to waste on people who don't uplift you. Time is precious, and spending it with those who don't bring joy, peace, or positivity into your life is not only draining, it's damaging. Letting go of unhealthy relationships wasn't easy, and it came with its share of guilt and anxiety. But it was also one of the most freeing and necessary things I've ever done for myself. I didn't end these relationships with malice or bitterness. I simply chose to prioritize my well-being. I began focusing on people who genuinely cared for me, who supported me, and who encouraged my growth. I sought out those relationships that were nurturing, enriching, and mutual, and what I found was nothing short of transformative. Letting go of toxic connections created space for deeper, more meaningful bonds. The weight of negativity lifted, and I felt a profound sense of peace I hadn't known before. I was finally surrounded by people who made me feel valued, respected, and loved. Are there people in your life who drain your energy? Maybe you've been holding on to relationships that, deep down, you know aren't serving you. What might happen if you focused on those who lift you up instead of those who bring you down? Imagine how much lighter and happier you would feel if you chose to invest your time in people who bring positivity into your life. Ending an unhealthy relationship isn't easy, but it's a powerful act of self-love. It's not about cutting people off out of anger. It's about choosing to nurture the connections that bring joy, love, and support into your world. Since making the shift, my life has been filled with deeper, more meaningful connections, and I've never felt more at peace. Sometimes, the greatest gift you can give yourself is the freedom to walk away from what no longer serves you. Why didn't I take that leap sooner? So what's holding you back? Start today and watch your life transform. 7. Cultivating gratitude. As I journeyed into my 70s, I discovered the transformative power of gratitude. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to focus on what we lack or what we've lost. But shifting my perspective to appreciate what I have has brought immense joy and peace into my life. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you. It's about living with a deep appreciation for the present moment and all it offers. Every day, I take a moment to reflect on the simple pleasures. A warm cup of coffee, a beautiful sunrise, or a heartfelt conversation with a friend. These moments, though small, are the threads that weave a rich tapestry of life. By focusing on gratitude, I've learned to find joy in the everyday and to cherish the abundance that surrounds me. Have you taken a moment today to appreciate the good in your life? What are you grateful for right now? Imagine how your outlook might change if you made gratitude a daily practice. For me, cultivating gratitude has been a profound journey toward a more joyful and fulfilling life. 8. Embracing lifelong learning. One of the greatest joys of reaching 70 has been the realization that learning never stops. In fact, the older I get, the more I appreciate the endless opportunities to grow and discover new things. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, exploring a different culture, or simply reading a book, learning keeps my mind sharp and my spirit young. Embracing lifelong learning has opened doors to new experiences and enriched my life in ways I never imagined. It has taught me that age is not a barrier to growth, but an invitation to explore the world with curiosity and wonder. What new skill or subject have you been curious about? How might your life change if you embraced learning as a lifelong journey? Imagine the excitement and fulfillment that could come from pursuing your passions and expanding your horizons. For me, embracing lifelong learning has been a key to staying vibrant and engaged with the world around me. If you enjoyed this content, please like and comment with the number 2 if you loved it, or drop a heart and comment with the number 2 if you loved it, or drop a heart and comment with the number 7 if you think we can do better in future videos. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe to After 7080 to catch more videos filled with valuable insights. 9. Embracing change instead of fearing it. For the longest time, change was my biggest fear. I dreaded the thought of anything shifting or evolving in my life. I held on tightly to what was familiar, even when deep down I knew it wasn't serving me anymore. There's a certain comfort in the known, and I convinced myself that staying in my comfort zone was the safest, easiest path. But as the years passed, and especially as I reached 70, I began to see things differently. I started to understand that change is inevitable, whether we welcome it or not. More importantly, I realized that change is often the key to growth. renewal, and discovering new layers of ourselves that we never knew existed. Instead of resisting change, I made the conscious choice to embrace it with open arms. And what a profound shift that was. Where I once saw change as something frightening, I now see it as a gateway to new experiences, opportunities, and self-discovery. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Embracing change has added a sense of freedom and adventure to my life that I never expected at this stage. Each change, big or small, has become a chance to learn, evolve, and step into new possibilities. By welcoming change, I've opened myself to so much more than I could have ever imagined. I no longer cling to the past or hold on to what feels safe simply out of fear. Instead, I approach each change with curiosity, asking myself, what new experience might this bring? How can I grow through this? And what I found is that change has a way of transforming us, often in ways we never thought possible. It has brought me closer to my true self and has added a sense of excitement and renewal to my life. What if you stopped fearing change and started viewing it as an adventure? What if, instead of resisting the shifts that life inevitably brings, you leaned into them with an open heart? Imagine how your life might transform if you stopped clinging to what was and embraced what could be. Are there changes you've been resisting out of fear? What might happen if you chose to face them head on with curiosity instead of hesitation? For me, this shift in mindset has been life-changing. By embracing change rather than fearing it, I've unlocked new dimensions of joy, growth, and freedom in my life. So what's stopping you from leaning into change? Let it guide you, let it teach you, and most importantly, let it lead you to a life full of new possibilities. The adventure awaits. You just have to be willing to leap. 10. Valuing sleep as a cornerstone of health. Sleep is one of those things we often overlook when we're younger, thinking we can get by on a few hours here and there, pushing ourselves to stay up late for work, socializing, or mindless distractions. I was no different. I used to sacrifice rest without a second thought, running on fumes because there was always something that felt more important. But as I've gotten older, I've come to deeply appreciate how vital sleep is to my overall well-being. I realized that without proper rest, my body, mind, and spirit simply couldn't function at their best. Sleep, I've learned, is not a luxury. It's a necessity. It's during those hours of rest that our bodies heal, our minds reset, and our spirits recharge. Now, I don't take sleep for granted anymore. I've made it a cornerstone of my health, prioritizing it above late-night TV, staying up for another hour of work, or mindlessly scrolling on my phone. I've established a bedtime routine that helps me wind down and ensures I'm getting the quality rest I need. A warm cup of herbal tea, a good book, or some gentle meditation. These small rituals signal to my body that it's time to relax, to let go of the day, and to restore. The difference this change has made is profound. Waking up feeling refreshed, energized, and clear-headed has become one of the most rewarding changes I've made for myself. I'm no longer dragging through the day, trying to function on limited energy. Instead, I wake up with a sense of vitality that allows me to fully embrace the day ahead. Sleep has truly transformed the way I live, and I can't emphasize enough how crucial it is, not just for physical health, but for mental clarity and emotional balance as well. Are you getting enough sleep? Think about it for a moment. How much better could you feel with just a little more rest? How might your mood, your energy levels, and even your productivity improve if you made sleep a priority? What's one small change you can make to your bedtime routine that could help you get the rest you deserve? If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. For me, the simple act of valuing sleep has been life-changing. It's taught me to respect my body's needs and honor the importance of rest in living a full, vibrant life. So, Tonight, why not try winding down a little earlier? Turn off the screens, create a calming routine, and let yourself fully rest. Your body, mind, and spirit will thank you for it. 11. Letting go of comparisons. Comparing ourselves to others is something most of us do without even realizing it. I spent so many years of my life quietly measuring my worth against others, comparing their achievements, their appearances, and their lifestyles to my own. It was almost instinctive, as if validation could only be found by seeing how I stacked up next to those around me. Whether it was through career success, personal milestones, or even superficial things like physical appearance, I allowed the lives of others to dictate how I felt about myself. But when I turned 70, everything changed. I had a revelation that hit me deeply. Comparison is the thief of joy. I realized that no matter how much I compared myself to others, it would never lead to happiness. Instead, it only sowed seeds of self-doubt, envy, and dissatisfaction. I stopped looking outward for validation and began to turn inward, focusing on my unique journey. Each of us walks a different path, and there's no universal measure of success or happiness. We all have our timelines, our struggles, and our victories. By letting go of the need to compare, I found something far more valuable than outside approval. I found peace. A deep sense of contentment washed over me as I began to appreciate my life for exactly what it is, rather than constantly wishing it were different or more like someone else's. And the shift in mindset was nothing short of transformative. No longer weighed down by the constant pressure to measure up, I felt lighter, freer, and more joyful. I realized that the life I've lived is enough. More than enough. It's mine, and it's uniquely beautiful in its way. The energy I once wasted on comparison is now spent on appreciating the small, precious moments that make my life meaningful. What would happen if you stopped comparing yourself to others? Imagine the joy, the peace, the contentment you might find if you focused on your journey, on the beauty of your unique path. How often do you find yourself measuring your life against someone else's? And what might change if you shifted that focus inward, choosing instead to celebrate the person you are, the life you've built, and the path you're on? For me, letting go of comparisons has been one of the most freeing decisions I've ever made. It's allowed me to embrace my life, flaws and all, with a sense of pride and gratitude I didn't know I was capable of. I stopped wishing for someone else's life and started living fully in my own. So, the next time you catch yourself comparing, take a moment to pause and remind yourself that your journey is your own. And that's exactly how it's meant to be. You might just find that joy and contentment have been waiting for you all along. As we age, maintaining meaningful connections becomes essential to living fully. It's easy to feel isolated, especially when life changes like retirement or health challenges disrupt our routines. But finding your community can make all the difference. Whether it's through hobbies, volunteering, or simply spending time with friends, staying connected is a powerful antidote to loneliness. Engage with people who share your interests, who understand the unique joys and challenges of this stage of life. Join a book club, participate in a walking group, or connect online. These relationships remind us that we're never truly alone. Have you been curious about trying a new activity or group? Don't underestimate the power of a simple hello or extending an invitation that can open the door to new friendships and experiences that enrich your life. Living with gratitude and purpose is at the heart of all these changes. One key practice is gratitude. As we grow older, it can be easy to focus on what we've lost or what has changed, but by shifting our focus to what we have, our health, our relationships, our experiences, we transform the way we experience each day. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you out loud. It's about living thank you. It's about appreciating the sunrise, savoring your morning coffee, and finding joy in the little moments. Imagine waking up every day filled with gratitude for the life you have, rather than longing for the life you wish you had. How would that change your outlook? How would that change your outlook? Try starting or ending your day with a gratitude journal, writing down 3 things you're thankful for, whether big or small. You might be surprised at how quickly your perspective shifts, bringing unexpected beauty and joy into your everyday life. Looking forward to the next chapter of your life. As you move forward into this next chapter, it's essential to remember that this new phase is unwritten. A blank canvas waiting. A blank canvas waiting to be painted with your experiences, choices, and the lessons you've gathered over the years. Feel this is your time to reflect, reinvent, and step into a phase of life that is entirely your own. The beauty of reaching this stage is that the pressures of others' expectations begin to fade, leaving room for you to live authentically on your terms. It's a chance to let go of the past, habits, relationships, or roles that no longer serve you, and to embrace the things that bring you joy, fulfillment, and peace. Too often, aging is viewed as an ending. But what if instead we saw it as a new beginning? Life after 70 is not a closing chapter. It's a fresh start filled with opportunities for growth, discovery, and connection. You are not defined by your past, but by how you choose to live each day moving forward. What will this next chapter look like for you? How can you make it the most meaningful and fulfilling phase yet? As you turn the page, remember that you have the wisdom, freedom, and power to shape your story in a way that honors who you are and all that you've learned. The narrative is yours to write, and the possibilities are limitless. The power of intention means creating a life that reflects you. Living intentionally means approaching life with purpose, with the understanding that each choice you make can either bring you closer to fulfillment or pull you away from it. It's about making conscious decisions that reflect who you are now, rather than who you once were or society expects of you. This may mean setting clearer boundaries, slowing down, or simplifying certain aspects of your life. It may involve re-evaluating what success means to you and recognizing that your values today may differ from what they were 20, 30, or 40 years ago. As you navigate this new chapter, permit yourself to be true to yourself. Let go of the need to live up to external standards or past versions of yourself. Focus instead on what feels right in this moment. What does living intentionally mean to you? Is it about cultivating more peace, finding time for the hobbies or passions you've always wanted to explore? Perhaps it's about strengthening your relationships with loved ones or learning something new. The beauty of living with intention is that it's deeply personal. There's no right or wrong way to do it as long as it reflects your values. Each morning offers a new opportunity to live intentionally. Take a few moments when you wake up to set an intent for the day ahead. It doesn't have to be complicated. Something as simple as choosing to be kind to yourself or deciding to spend time doing something you love can set the tone for a day filled with purpose. Living intentionally means taking control of how you spend your time, energy, and focus. What will your intention be tomorrow? How can you align your daily actions with the things that matter most to you? Honoring your journey takes the courage to let go. Letting go is one of the most challenging yet liberating things we can do. It takes tremendous courage to release the familiar, even when we know it no longer serves us. Whether it's an old habit, a toxic relationship, or a lingering sense of self-doubt, letting go is an act of self-love. It creates space for new, healthier things to take root. When we hold on to things out of fear or comfort, we limit ourselves from experiencing the fullness of life. As you step into this new chapter, think about the areas of your life where you feel stuck. Are there habits you've been carrying for years that no longer align with who you are today? Are there relationships that drain your energy rather than nourish your spirit? Perhaps it's time to release the need for perfection or the fear of change. Letting go isn't about abandoning your past. It's about honoring your journey by making room for what's ahead. Each time you let go of something that's holding you back, you open yourself up to new possibilities, growth, and deeper fulfillment. What would happen if you dared to let go of the things that no longer serve you? Could you find more peace, joy, and freedom? Take a moment to reflect on one area of your life where you feel stuck. What's one small thing you could let go of today to move forward with greater ease? Letting go may feel difficult at first, but it's one of the most powerful ways to honor the person you are becoming. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 4 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Celebrating your progress involves acknowledging the small wins. As we grow older, it's easy to get caught up in what's next, what's left to do, and what we still want to accomplish. But it's equally important to pause and celebrate how far you've come. Every small step you take toward living more intentionally, letting go, or embracing change is a victory worth acknowledging. Too often we focus on the destination, forgetting that the journey itself is where life happens. Your life is not defined by the big moments alone, but by the small, everyday decisions that shape your path. Take time to acknowledge your progress, no matter how small it may seem. Each decision to live with intention, each moment you choose peace over worry, and each relationship you nurture is proof of your resilience, your growth, and your commitment to living fully. It's easy to overlook the progress we've made when we're constantly looking ahead, but taking the time to celebrate these victories builds momentum and reminds us of our strength. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on something you did well. It doesn't have to be a monumental achievement. Sometimes the smallest victories are the most meaningful. Maybe you set a boundary that honored your needs, or perhaps you made time for something that brings you joy. Whatever it is, take pride in the progress you're making. Celebrating your journey, not just the destination, is a powerful way to stay connected to the present and to continue moving forward with purpose. The best is yet to come. Embracing your future with an open heart means remembering that life after 70 is rich with possibilities. This chapter is not about slowing down or settling. It's about embracing the freedom, wisdom, and experience that come with age. You've lived a full life, and now you have the opportunity to shape your future in a way that reflects everything you've learned along the way. The best is yet to come, not because life will be perfect, but because you have the power to live intentionally, with purpose and joy. Each day is a new beginning, a chance to approach life with curiosity, compassion, and an open heart. Imagine what your life could look like if you embraced every day as an opportunity to live more fully, more authentically. What if your best days are still ahead of you? What if your best days are still ahead of you? What if each morning brings with it the possibility for growth, connection, and new experiences? No matter where you are on your journey, you have the power to shape your future. Every choice you make, every action you take, and every intention you set is a step toward the life you want to live. Trust in the beauty of your unique journey and never stop believing that the best is yet to come. You are the author of your own story, and each day is a chance to write a new chapter filled with gratitude, purpose, and joy. So, as you move forward, embrace your future with an open heart and know that the possibilities are endless. As we come to the end of this journey together, take a moment to reflect on everything we've discussed. What have you learned so far? Perhaps it's the importance of living with intention, letting go of what no longer serves you, or embracing the beauty of each new chapter in life. Whatever it may be, we'd love to hear from you. Comment below and share one thing you've learned and how you plan to bring it into practice in your own life. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our After 7080 channel. Your support means the world to us, and we look forward to bringing you more content that inspires growth, joy, and purpose. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this content, please like and comment with the number 2 if you loved it, or drop a heart and comment with the number 7 if you think we can do better in future videos.